Brandon Aiyuk, who finishes wide receiver 15, 78 receptions, 114 targets, 1,015 yards, 8 touchdowns, and averages 6.7 targets per game. Thoughts on Brandon Aiyuk?
I like him because of where he's going. I like the value there. I think that, I think 6, 7, 8 touchdowns is completely repeatable for Brandon Aiyuk. I think somewhere around 1,100 yards is extremely repeatable for Brandon Aiyuk. And again, you're getting him at a discount, right? You're not having to scrape for the points there to justify where you drafted him at. And it didn't matter whether it was Jimmy G or Brock Purdy. They were both able to find him in clutch situations, stretch the field, work the seam, get outside, and, contested catch, high pointing the ball, all these flashy things that you like to say for receivers. And it started to click for Aiyuk. And again, it's the discount. If you are getting him in rounds 6, 7, or 8, and I really don't care where you get him at that point, there's value in each one of those rounds. Mm-hmm. So it's just kind of the gamble of what you think your league mates are going to do to make it worth your while. But at that point, he is a extremely serviceable flex play at the worst, and a pretty darn good wide receiver too, if you're going running back heavy to start your roster build out in a draft format. So I like Brandon Aiyuk. He is the Niner receiver that I would target.
Aiyuk, I think, is the better value than Debo is. Debo's name is kind of getting in the way of what he actually is, and Aiyuk is valued, I think, maybe undervalued, but valued correctly, more so than Debo is. So I would say that, yeah. I'm a little hesitant on these Niner receivers because I'm a little hesitant as to what the quarterback situation is going to be. I do think some of these guys are QB proof, if that makes sense. It doesn't matter who's throwing them the football, they can still get theirs, which Aiyuk proved last year, right? But I am a little more gun shy on some of these Niner receivers.
Yeah, I mean, this is we'll see it. This very well could be the third year in a row that the strategy when it came to drafting Niners wide receivers is take the second wide receiver off the board. And that's where I really think that's we're going to see the third year in a row that this plays out that way. Where he's coming off the board at, I think he's got tremendous value. Wide receiver 29, 71st overall. Love the fact that I'm putting him on my roster most likely as my third or even my fourth wide receiver in some cases. From where he's going off the board, there's a lot of other guys that I really like in that same kind of range, more so in the running back side of things, just because I'm kind of doing some things a little bit different this year. We're starting off much more wide receiver heavy early and picking up some of my running backs more so in the third, fifth, sixth round type of deal there. So Brandon Aiyuk, I think will outperform that ADP and outperform where he's coming off the board, wide receiver 29. I think that this is one of those, when we look up at the end of the season, we probably see him somewhere between 70, 80 catches, call it somewhere around about 900, 950 in the yardage, and probably 6, 7 touchdowns. Like that, he can get up into back end wide receiver 2 territory for me on that one. And I think that's probably where we see him finish there.